and welcome to another episode of Real Talk Atlanta, your favorite real estate podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Taisha Renee.
I'm Ashley LeRae.
River the Realtor.
And Nika W.
And we're back. Another day, another week, another episode, some more gems, all the things.
Yes, I like that.
Yes.
You're so good at it.
Glad to be back.
Can we get into this blue top? Because I
love
it.
this blue.
I'm feeling like it's
You're the main character today.
Yeah, today you are the main character, and I love it.
It's all about me. Say no. Today's episode, before we jump into it, of course, we're going to go into our new segment, which is no longer peaks and pits, because we don't have
Pits. We're not
It's
talking that.
peak of the week.
There we go.
So who wants to share their one peak of the week?
I guess I can go first. I was just going to say shout out to Tiffany Hawes because she is like the best person ever.
She is a superhero.
I love her.
There was
really
Iron Man,
is.
Superman, then Tiffany Hawes.
She really is. Like, I want to put that attorney's name on my shirt. I love her so much.
That's on your contract.
Oh, yeah,
On your shirt.
Right. I have this one deal that's been super crazy, but she has been so diligent and so communicative.
That lady don't
My
play.
buyer and I.
That lady don't play. And
She's
one thing about
amazing.
Tiffany, she gonna be like, I said what I said.
In a discussion.
And I know what I'm talking about.
Literally in the email she put, let's not be mistaken.
Let's not. Shout out to her.
We love her.
I like that. My peak of the week is I have 2 listings coming up, y'all.
Okay. Who, what, where, when?
So one in Loganville and then
We love
one
Loganville.
in Atlanta. 303
3-1. Oh, 1-1.
11.
30331 311. Okay.
Downtown.
So coming in June. So one is in 330.
Okay.
The one in Loganville.
Affordable.
Affordable.
First time home buyer.
I know.
What about the
Loganville.
Atlanta one?
Atlanta one is we're 430.
Okay.
Oh.
Still
429 900.
429.999.
Yes, it's the one with the basement.
Yeah.
It's
Still
going
pretty
to be-
affordable.
Put a kitchenette down there.
I was just about to say, if he put a kitchenette down there, I got a client right now.
I'm saying.
Oh my
We
God.
have the
Right
off
now.
market. Now we fighting for listings. Now we fighting for the house.
I'll send it to you
That's
guys
the off-market
first. Bring me
sale.
a buyer.
May the best man win.
So,
What's your peak,
yeah.
River?
My peak of the week. Okay, I had a June goal to hit. And I was like this close, and I was like, I kind of missed it by like a smidge. And then I put an offer in for like a closing for like July 6th. And the lady came back like, oh, well, if you get approved with my preferred lender, we'll give your client this. We'll do 0 financing, and he can close by the end of the month. So my client ends up getting pre-approved, and then they accepted the offer. So it made me hit my June
Your
goal.
June
Literally
goal.
closing June 30th.
Oh,
Period.
congratulations.
I
love
love
that.
Oh, right on time. He is always.
You know what?
Ah.
And I love that.
Don't stress it.
I think my peak of the week. Dang, what is my peak of the week? I'm indulging in yours. This is not my peak of the week.
It's mine, too.
My peak of the week.
You got it.
You got something.
Oh, my pick of the I guess I can say I got 2 new clients this week. Old clients that were, not ready, but now they're ready. So that can be the pick of the week. One of them being my line sister. Okay, I helped her boyfriend like 2 years ago, so I can't wait to get my girl together.
I love that.
Relationships.
Okay, period.
It matter.
Okay, ladies, so I'm happy to see all of us doing good, being blessed. Let's dive into today's episode, which is we would say for entrepreneurs, but also I feel like it can be for like
Anybody.
W2. It's
for
literally
anyone.
for anybody, and it's just healthy habits to manage your money. You
Like this
guys,
has been asked for a bunch of
yes, like how do they budget? How can we prepare? But like now we're gonna give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first thing is you have to have a strict budget. You have to be willing to track your spending. You can't say, people always say like I have this budget, like I'm gonna put, this amount here, this amount there, but do you know that you're really doing that? Like you can do it, but then it's like, okay, where does it go? Like I say create a spreadsheet of like everything that you're doing. Business specific, I have a spreadsheet created like this funds is going here, this funds is going there. If I'm sending Zelle, I'm adding the memo. Y'all know what I send y'all Zelle?
Yeah,
I be like,
memo, real talk.
What is this for?
Yeah.
Like I'm writing down everything that is for because you want to keep track of those things, especially when towards the end of the year when you do your taxes. and all that stuff.
Taxes. You
I
have
think
to.
to take tracking to the next level, I think before you even can create a budget, you need to track your regular spending.
Exactly.
Because you can't tell yourself, I'm going to allocate $200 a month to eating out. But baby, you spent $950 eating out last month, so something ain't right in there. So I think first track your spending so you can see where to allocate your dollars, and then create a budget you can actually follow, and create one that's realistic. Like, I'm never going to sit up here and say, like, oh, I'm going to allocate $100 to self-care. No, I know how much I spend, and I'm going to make sure I keep within that, but also make it make sense for myself.
Exactly. And don't try to go off of what you see on social media, because I know a lot of times on social media, they'd be like, oh, do 30% for your needs or 20% for your one. Do it based on what you can do.
What you need.
Make your own percentages, your own numbers, what makes sense to your budget, because your check may not look like her check, may not look like my check. We can't do the same thing.
Because the budgets I be trying to emulate, my check do not look like that. Be trying it though.
That's good.
And for me, I would say it's just knowing where your money is going. Like, I go to my credit card, I'm seeing BT Plus, Prime Video.
Not BT, because I just signed up for BT Plus.
Yeah, like BT Plus. I'm like, do I really
You don't even
need
watch
this?
that.
When I say that's a pro tip, I paid my Discover card off like 8 months ago.
Oh my God, me too. I feel
Girl,
so
I
good.
went on there, how old? Like $500, $600, $700, $800.
Why? Oh, because your subscription.
Subscription.
What do you
I
have?
subscribe
What do you
to
have subscriptions
Amazon, Discovery Plus, BT,
Canva.
Discovery Plus is
Canva,
crazy.
Hulu,
It's the
ESPN.
Amazon that's eating it up.
And the
Yeah.
crazy thing is, like, I'm one of them people like, I need to just watch this. So I'm going to subscribe for 2 weeks. And I never unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Girl, they've been running my Discover bill down to the ground. I could not believe my eyes. Like, that's a good one.
Track
No,
those
that's important.
subscriptions. Those
Track it.
subscriptions.
That's
Oh
very
my
important.
God.
Clear will come at
That
listen,
too.
y'all, that $300.
I didn't even need to sign up for
too.
Clear.
I
Like,
signed
it was
my
on
daddy up
accident.
for Clear because he was playing too much in that airport. They charged me again. I was like,
Oh my God. So it's like those little things that you don't think about. You're like, oh, it's just now. Or it's
And
just
it
like,
adds up.
it
You're gonna
adds
forget.
up. Parking, especially if you're in Atlanta, like things like that. So you really, like, that's what I'm working on right now. Like, getting this budget fixed and consistent and not going outside of it. Like, it's one thing to create the budget, but you're really playing yourself. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get a budget and then not actually follow it.
Right, because the
So-
strict thing comes in because sometimes we'll be like, oh, if it's $5, if it's
Yeah,
$10,
so-
like, oh, it's okay.
yeah,
but
that's my problem.
It's those things add up just like the 100 plus 200, whatever. You need to track those $11 because let me tell you, those $11
They add
will
up.
keep coming.
I don't
And you're
need to
like,
be
where
on
this
this
come
episode.
from?
I need to, I need to be listening to this episode because everything y'all saying, I'm like,
Oh my God.
I need this.
It's
I need to be on
resonating
the
with my
other side of the
spirit. No,
mic.
seriously.
I definitely, I feel like this is one of the first years that I've really taken like saving seriously. Like, I feel like I never really, I've always been bad at saving, if I'm being completely honest.
Because you be living your best life. I
Yeah,
know we
I'm
say it
like-
every episode.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to make the money back.
said, I
Like,
want a
what's the
picture.
big deal?
Ashley is the
She
epitome
is
of
so
get a check,
good.
spend a check
Oh,
and
no,
get it
it
right
just
back.
sound like
It's
that.
so
like-
bad. It's so
You know
bad.
the friend when you be like, oh, sometimes I want to go to this place. Oh, I can't tell. She can't. I don't wanna, she not gonna want to come here because it's not Lake Colonial.
No,
It's not
not like Colonial.
Oh, yeah, don't invite Ashley to the bando to get some wings. She ain't come.
I've been there one time. I've been there one
order.
time. Yeah, it was. I'm weak, but no, but for real, this has been like my first year really taking like saving seriously and being consistent with it. A big thing for me, like I set aside a goal, like every paycheck, X amount of dollars. I don't care what's going on. I have to put that into my savings account. Like, and it's hard, y'all, because I get it. I'm like, I see it in the check-in.
Right.
I don't want to move it to the savings,
Right.
but you gotta do what you gotta do, especially when you like have big goals and things that you want to accomplish. Just do it. You'll thank yourself later. And it's crazy because I just like posted this on my story yesterday. I was talking about like saving and all this
You sure
stuff.
did? I saw that. You make some long
So
posts. I read
this
them
is
all.
oh, did you? That really warms my heart.
be
I'm glad you
skimming.
did.
I read them all. Let me see
It
what she's
was
talking
kind of
about.
long, but I think it's important. And I feel like, what do they say? It only takes like 3 weeks, is it, to form a habit? Like once I started
21
doing
days, yep.
21 days, yep. So once you do it consistently for me, it took like 3 months. Once I
I
did it
think
for
it
3
take
months.
longer. I don't know who said 21 days.
Yeah,
but
that's
they
a lie.
lied.
I'm
Once
so
you
in
do it
control of my own brain. I will convince myself otherwise.
It's day
like,
22. I'm like, I ain't
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I have too much self-control. Like, I be like, girl, this is your money. You can do whatever
right.
you want.
Right.
Can't nobody
And that
tell
is-
you what to do.
Yeah,
Like,
hold me
Fighting
back.
me. Right. It's like, I'm
I'm
gonna make it
always
right back.
Yeah, exactly. That's such a bad habit. And even
Yeah.
like, you don't need Starbucks every day. You can make coffee or matcha at home. Like, ooh.
You talking to yourself?
I'm
Yeah.
I'm over here like this.
No, ever since
Y'all
I've
are
stopped
funny.
drinking coffee, like that has like
Yeah, it
I
adds
don't know
up,
how much
y'all.
is that saved, but like
Probably a lot.
right.
Every time I reload, Starbucks is $25.
See, no.
I reload at least 6 to 8 times a month.
But the fact that Starbucks is
Whoa.
actually like charging you if you don't get ice is crazy to me.
Wait,
You
what?
know she loves
Like,
ice.
How you charging me?
No, if you request for less ice,
Yeah,
they charge you.
You
Well,
get
take
the
that
more
out
card.
your budget. We're
Yeah,
not
'cause
asking
it's
for
more
less
expensive.
ice. Take
Yeah.
that out your budget.
Right.
Include that we're not asking for less ice. If you're gonna be asking for less ice, add it to your budget.
Or you
No,
be trying to order a grande and a venti cup. Like,
Yeah,
that's
there we go.
extra.
That's
extra.
I love that.
No, but I think your point goes into the next segue of saving and just strictly saving, having a separate account for those. A lot of people love to say, "Yeah, I'm saving," but you got one account. You can easily draw that money. You need to have a savings account where it's not as easy for you to get it. Like maybe it takes 24 hours, 48 hours to get it from the savings. Like
3 to 5
by the
business
time,
days.
by the time I
You
get it,
don't
now
wanna
I
do it
don't
no
need
more.
it. So
It's
just
real
keep it there.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
keep it there.
And
Not
what I
interesting.
like, my savings account is set up where, like, if I take X amount of dollars out, they charge me for it.
Oh, what account is that? I should get that.
I bank with Chase, but it's
I
helpful
should.
because
Get that.
yeah,
Savings account through Chase.
yeah. So my check
okay.
and my save, it's like technically one, but like 2 accounts. But yeah, if I take money out of my savings, put in my checkings. Depending on the amount, they will charge a fee, and it's not like a hefty fee, but it's like, dang,
Gotta keep the money in
I
there
could
for
have
me.
had that little extra, I don't know, $20 or however much.
Oh
it is.
no, $20 will blow my mind.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I
like,
wired
it
my
makes you
mama
not wanna
some
do
money.
it.
It was $30. I said, "Girl, I'm about to Zelle you this money in increments. I'm not paying at $30 extra to wire no money. Like I want."
My money,
Yeah.
every cent, just like
No.
Cash App.
I think the savings thing, that's probably like my biggest thing. I think that's the one thing I do right. I separate everything. I have an account for leisure spending. I have an account that goes all to my bills. I have an account for all my business expenses.
That's smart.
And
You got
then I
all
have
the
a saving.
accounts.
I got a checking in the savings with Fifth Third. I got a checkings in the savings with Wells Fargo. Then I have a business account with Wells Fargo. I don't commingle no funds around here. Like all of my money is separate because if I kept all my money in one place,
You didn't know what was going on.
I'd be homeless for sure.
I have no money.
I would have no funds. I'm trying to tell you, I would have no money.
You
Like,
would
I
have
have
no
to really
money.
be able to be like, all right, my leisure account got $52.
So only
it's
got
the third of the
$50
month.
worth of
So I
funds.
need-
You gotta stretch it out.
Right.
Sometimes I be writing myself promissory notes, like for the next week. Like, I promise to, give yourself $300 less in July because I took $300 extra in June. I be real, like that's the one thing I do right. I do keep the money separate so that I really can stay on some kind of.
Yes,
Yeah.
do not keep them in the same accounts. And for entrepreneurs, like she said, like your personal account for your leisure and then your business account for marketing, whatever you pay for
Even
for
gas.
your business. When you get paid from your business, it should be going there, not into your personal. So
Yeah.
making sure you have that separation so that you're not, like she said, commingling.
Yeah.
Okay, and as entrepreneurs, it's super important because the lows are low. The lows,
the
are
lows,
low.
they're in
And
hell.
Baby, when
They
we ain't
own
got
the
no
floor.
money,
you
I'm
stress.
like, what's going on here?
Okay, and the first come pretty quickly.
Okay.
Okay. So I think that's for that, but also like kind of be creative. Do what works for you. I know there are apps that helps you save.
Yes, I was just about to bring that up. That app that Ariane told us about, Digit, is now Orbitum now.
I'm a digit girl.
I have that app too, and it's basically like if you are bad at saving, it works for
Yeah.
you because they automatically withdraws a certain amount of money. It depends on how much money you have in your account.
Yeah.
So I honestly try to keep a little bit in there so they don't
Yeah,
take too.
because
Because one
Digit
time
is
I
crazy.
I had some in there. And
That's
was
like
like,
$161.
Yeah. Hold on now, slow your roll down.
I will say I use the
Oh,
app for
calm
my
down.
birthday. Y'all know every year I do an extravagant birthday. I have 2 apps that help me like cure. Digit say it pays for at least one of our club nights. I pay for
Digit is for my end of the year splurge.
That's for my
I've
birthday.
done
Download
good
that.
this year, and whatever's in this Digit app is what's going to get me what I want or want to do what I want.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm using it for. Either that
Yeah,
or
like
taxes,
Digit.
whichever one made the most sense.
That's
You
smart.
need some
Now
money
you
for
know.
the taxes.
I mean, but you on to something.
I think the other app that I use though is called Acorns. Have y'all heard of that one?
I heard of that
yeah,
one.
I've heard of
I used to
Acorn.
use it.
Acorns as
Acorn
like-
helps you budget too, right?
Yes, and I
Yeah.
use it for again my birthday funds. My birthday can easily cost us anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000 every
We get
year.
mansions.
It'd be crazy. But what Acorns does, like every time you make a purchase, it does a roundup. So let's say you go to the store, you
Yeah.
spend $1.05, they'll take 95 cents and put it towards something.
Wow.
You spend all this money, it rounds everything up, and then every Monday I have them take out $15. At the end of every year, Acorns has at least $1,200. That's gonna pay for 3 bottles at the club. And then Digit gonna have at least $1,500. That's gonna pay for the boat.
Okay.
Now I know I got at least 2 things to do on my birthday.
Okay.
That's how I pay for that chef.
I know, that's right.
I love that. Oh, that chick
Oh, I'm
was
going to
good
do
too.
that for my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh my my God, that is
Since we're sharing apps, I guess I'll share one thing that I use because I'm one of those people. I love rewards. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard for me to say, but I don't want to stop doing the stuff that I do and like stop my lifestyle. Like, I still want to be able to go to the food places that I go to or whatever it is. So I download this app called Upside, and basically I use it for my gas. So it basically will find the gas stations in your area and
cheapest.
Oh, I think
not
you
even that are
mentioned
the
before.
cheapest, but they give you discounts. So like you might get like 5 cents off of each gallon cash
Acorn
back.
does that
I'm saying there's
too.
another app that does that too. As
Yeah.
far as the
Upside.
gas,
It's
They
called
give you
Upside.
discounts.
So it's like everything, like everyday stuff that I use, like gas, groceries, food, it gives me cash back. I'm going to spend the money anyway, but at
Right.
least I get something back
Something
from
back.
it. So-
Is it just an app or because I know
Yeah,
like
it's just an app.
Okay,
So,
so
like,
I
when
would
I
get
get
the app and
gas-
do like credit cards because credit
Yeah.
cards have it too. Where they
Credit
get like
cards
5%.
do have it, too.
American
We
Express.
don't want to mess it up. Unless
Yeah.
you're paying it right off.
Yeah. So
But
if you don't have like a credit card yet that has really good rewards, and do Upside because it's completely free and you're literally getting cash back for your everyday purchases.
Wow.
It makes sense.
Y'all
Nice.
should
I
have
need
to
to
pay
get
for
that.
this episode.
Yeah, it's
Because
just
there's so many free gems
Okay.
for me. I
Y'all
don't really know.
Y'all know I'm a little traditional.
What
I
you
love
got?
the
What you got
apps.
to say?
What you got?
I
She got
love
the
the
shoebox.
apps.
You got the shoebox.
I ain't got the shoebox.
Because I was about to
but
walk out this
if
way.
you if you're Haitian, you know something called sol. But if you're in the Caribbean, they call it susu.
What's that?
And that's what I do.
Oh, girl.
Uh-oh.
Is that when people be like,
Yeah, so it's kind of like, Matthew, you know what susu
girl, my
is.
mom thinks she Haitian there because they doing a little
So
susu.
basically, it's this. You have the head lady. The head lady is basically.
And you know that's my mama. She the head lady. All
What's
day.
going on?
So they have
sounds
like
like a
different.
pyramid
You
scheme.
you can just get a first hand, a second hand, a third hand, or the last hand, right? That's
like
how
a
it
game.
goes. So basically, they're gonna give you the amount. So for me, it was like 6 months, and it's been like I think it was like 7 to 8 months, right? Every week or every 2 weeks, you have an amount to give. So you're giving $600. Mine was $600 every 2 weeks.
Oh, so you got money.
Yeah, so at the end of the 7th month, I picked the last hand. So all the money that I've given over those months, they give it
Go
back to you.
It's like a
It's like a savings account, but you're
Through a
not in
person.
control through a person.
Like
because
someone you know,
can't
like
touch
your
it, you
auntie,
can't
you
find
know
it, you
them?
can't.
It gotta
yeah.
be people you trust.
It gotta be people you
obviously.
trust.
That is so.
I know.
But then
So
it's like every so often, like somebody gets the pot. You basically
Yeah.
putting money in the pot. Okay, this week maybe Ashley. So if we all put $200 in the pot, Ashley get the $800 this week.
Yeah.
Next
Oh,
month-
so it may not go to you?
No, it
No.
goes to you. You just it
Your
goes to you
full
on your
amount of
hand.
what you pay goes
Yes.
to you. So you pay $600 every week.
Yeah.
However that money
I
is
have the
back.
last hand. You get it back, but I have the last hand. So if I have the last hand, until when that scheme ends or the susu ends,
Not the scheme.
not the scheme. When the susu ends, that's when I get my money. But if
I
you get the
see.
third hand, you get
After,
your
like,
money
3
up
months.
front.
Yeah.
So that's for people that need money like ahead of time. You
Yeah.
get your money up front, so you get your the susu was 10K. So you get your 10K up front, but you keep paying until the susu
I
ends.
see. Okay.
So it's kind of like everybody's on a circle.
You get 10K, but you pay 10K too.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a external
savings.
savings thing.
Okay.
You know
Oh,
what I'm
gotcha.
saying?
Okay,
To me, that's
Maybe we'll
like
do a little susu.
I like
Yes, we
that.
can do a little susu.
Maybe
And get
do
that
all
hand.
mine
Yeah,
up
yeah.
front.
I get the last hand because I don't want my money up front. Like that,
yeah.
that defeats the purpose.
Yeah, put me on the
But
tail
defeat
end.
the
What
purpose.
it do is like you put that money away. It's kind of like a bill, and you feel like it's not you just putting it toward. But when it comes back, you're like, dang,
When it comes
I
your turn to
saved-
get your 10K,
I
you
really
be like,
saved 10K. Like,
Wow, that's great.
and I'm
Yeah.
done.
Put me in the susu.
My susu ends in listen. My susu ends in June.
Y'all, we gonna do one together.
Yeah.
And we gonna do a little thing. We'll let y'all know how
I
to
love
susu.
that.
Yes.
Let us know y'all want to be in the
Yes.
sister site.
Another tip that I wanted to mention too, especially for entrepreneurs, how we mentioned like having different accounts and not commingling. I think it's really good for you to practice that, even if you don't have the level of business that you want at the moment. I think it's good to kind of set up those habits now. Because the more money you make, it's going to be harder for you to just go ahead and jump in and start saving. When you should have set that up from the beginning, even if you don't have the business that you have. I think that's really important.
That's a good
too.
point. And that's,
That's a
if
good
you
segue.
even thinking about having
Yeah.
a business. Because I feel like even if people have W-2s, they always have some type of side front. Even if it's like an Amazon storefront. Like,
Right.
Put it in a separate account. Like, that's a business.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
I
And I think that
that's
segues into taxes, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have all this money.
Yeah.
Look, this is a pain point.
Okay,
I think
entrepreneur.
if you're an entrepreneur, you have to understand that every time you get paid, you're getting the whole of your check. There's nobody standing over you saying this is for Medicaid, this is for FICA, well, all those different things. So at the end of the year, IRS is looking for you to have put that money up. If you're an entrepreneur, even early on, I know when you get your 10K check from your real estate closing, you don't want to put 3,000 of that up. You like, I didn't work for 6 months and close no deal. How you want this money? It's so easy. I need the whole thing. But don't do it. I'm trying to tell you, like, even if you don't, and this is not good practice, but I'm just saying our truth. Even if it's not the whole, like, 30%, at least put, like, 20% up. Put something.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to get on a payment plan where you have a little bit that you can pay to the IRS more. What sucks is when the IRS send you that letter, like, oh, okay, you owe us $30K, and you save $2K. Now you looking too crazy. Like, it's just not worth it. Put the money up for your taxes now as an entrepreneur so it doesn't hurt so much.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes W-2 employees have to pay back taxes too, depending on how much they make. So save y'all taxes too. It may not be as much,
but it's something. It's a lot better when you plan for it. I think, like, when you're planning to owe $30,000 and someone tells you owe $30,000, it's like, okay, that sucks, but at least I know.
Yeah.
When you're not planning to pay $30,000, you haven't saved it, and you thought you was going to cobble, and then they like, oh, but you owe the IRS $30,000. That's when it's like,
they're gonna be like,
like, no, you ain't gonna go. That's the thing.
They gonna still. I'll worry about this after Jamaica.
And when you get off that plane at Hartsfield Jackson, the IRS will be waiting on you with your tax bill. So don't. It's not worth it.
Taxes is important. Taxes is important. I feel like I dread it, but I've seen what it did to me last year. It's just like, if you're planning to have a family, if you're planning to. Okay,
wait,
so if you're trying to plan to buy a house and all those things, you gotta pay your taxes.
Oh, yeah. When I was buying my house, I was like, damn, I gotta go buy my taxes.
Yeah, like, don't wait till the last minute. You knew you had to get this done.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Push it off.
Yeah. I think that's one thing I like about corporate. Like, usually people like get excited because they get money back. But if you're an entrepreneur, like, you really owing people's salaries on your tax returns. Like,
you thought you had that money. You thought you made a lot of money.
And not even entrepreneurs. Like, even like when I was bartending and serving, like, I owed a lot of money in taxes.
Like,
oh my gosh.
This is good.
But also, as a W-2, if you're getting money back, that's not good. Because I just learned that. I thought, like, oh, you getting your money back, that's good.
Oh, we learned it in that class.
It's not good. It's because they're it's like you're overpaying taxes, and then they give it back to you. But when you were paying those taxes, they put interest on it. So you're actually paying way more than you're supposed to. It's because your employer is not putting the right amount there. It's like you overpaying your taxes.
It felt good in the moment.
Yes, you have to. Yeah, on the tax document. So you have to go back to your employer and let them know, like, hey, I'm paying too much taxes.
So if you're getting money back, consult with a financial advisor.
I didn't know that because it felt good in the moment when I seen that.
Because my
employer, check it out. You might be doing too much.
I work for River Bonds and Associates. It's all good and it's good. But no, I think that's a really good point. I think the biggest thing, especially for entrepreneurs, when you're in control of your own money, it's like good on the spending side, but you have to have that same like financial responsibility when it comes to saving your money. Like nobody is telling you what to put up. No one is taking it for you. It's all going to fall on you. And the worst thing you could ever do is set yourself up to where, you know, you can't purchase because you're not filing your taxes, or, you know, they're putting liens on your property later on in life because you've not paid or you're delinquent. I know y'all seen a lot of people in the media been going to jail lately for being delinquent on their taxes. Just having good financial tactics, financial strategies to save your money and do better. It's the best thing you can do, and it feels good when you can walk away and not owe nobody nothing.
And also, when you submit those taxes, make sure they're being submitted. Because I watched that interview with Steve Harvey, how he went into like mad debt, like millions and millions of dollars. He was paying his taxes to his accountant.
They were stealing them funds.
Yeah, and then at the end, he ended up being broke all over again. This is when he started like doing all these TV shows and stuff, so he can pay the IRS all of it. Family Feud, all of it, like his own show to pay the IRS back.
I want to.
That's what happened. He thought he was paying taxes. The accountant ended up dying, and the IRS sent him a bill for $30 million. He's like, "Oh, I've been paying my taxes," until they went to the actual office, and
the man got away with it.
He died. So you know, like he tried to argue
that.
In
a hot place.
He didn't argue it. He definitely still owed that money.
And I think that's a pro tip too. Be extra careful about who you do business with when it comes to your finances. All these people who are financial advisors,
everybody,
financial tax preparers.
Check behind them, basically.
What happened to Ford?
You can go on the website and check and make sure it's paid. IRS has your balance on the website.
No, seriously. And just make sure you work with a trusted professional that can actually get you to where you need to be, because that's the worst thing. Getting scammed in Scamlana,
is crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yikes.
All in all, y'all, making money is great, but managing it correctly and healthy in a better way is even better. Make sure that you are creating strict budgets, tracking your spending, making sure you have those separate accounts for business and personal and savings, and making sure that you're prepared to pay taxes, whether you're an employee or an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Just
are you
make sure
really
your
making
finances
money?
are in order.
Yeah. Are you really making money if you can't keep it?
If you can't control it, if you can't manage it,
That's a good question.
if you need to hire somebody to do it, do that too.
Definitely.
Not everybody
But
can
don't
manage their
hire me.
money. Don't manage me. I mean, you can hire me, maybe.
Or get in the susu.
Baby,
Get in the susu. We about to start a susu.
y'all hire me. I'm doing like
if
Steve
you want to
Harvey.
be in the
man.
susu.
Well, you see me in some new shoes.
Thank you.
Well, then that's a good segue into our question of the day.
Our real today.
Yes.
Sheila Ray.
So, like my lovely co-host said, this is the question of the day segment where we take questions from you guys, our audience, and feel free to submit your questions to us via Instagram or shoot us an email. That's at Real Talk Atlanta, and our email is realtalkatlpod@gmail.com. And if you made it this far to the episode, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, show us support. We really appreciate it. So, today's question, someone wanted to know, what are our biggest fears?
Hey, in life or in business?
I'm going to say, I feel like it goes like, I'm going to just say it because we just talked about it, like being poor.
I could see that literally being your worst
You
fear,
would
Ashley.
literally. She
would die. Like,
Not die.
Yeah.
You would not make it if I.
you don't want to
Like,
see them
life is
trenches,
hard.
Ashley.
No, I don't.
My biggest fear.
No, there's literally this song where,
being poor.
like, I'm trying to think of the song where he said, I had a nightmare last night that I wasn't counting up.
That's you? That's you?
That
resonated with me.
I could see that, Ashley. You would not do good as a poor woman.
Yeah. Not even like just
You
thinking
ever had
about
noodles?
Of course.
I'm just
Don't do it
asking.
like that. Come on
She put
now.
shrimp in hers.
I'm allergic to
Oh,
shrimp.
right.
That andouille sauce.
I'm allergic. Don't get me wrong. Like, I struggled before, but just thinking about like
No, seriously.
Real, y'all. Like just the quality of life. Like I just couldn't imagine like not being able to.
You sound
You
like
know
Kim
what?
Kardashian.
Let me change my
I was
fear.
thinking about that today. I was like, everybody be like, I was struggling, but
No,
my struggling is a little bit different than like struggling.
I'm just even
I'm not
thinking
gonna
about
take that from you. I can get what you're saying.
Yeah.
just even like not even just myself, like for selfish reasons, but just like my family, even thinking about my future. Like there's a lot on the line. Or okay, let me not even say money. I'm really scared of like bugs.
Girl, stick with what you had. We just playing. We are not scared.
Let's circle it all back.
It's okay. Because I feel like
She's
that's
scared of
my
bugs and
biggest
poverty,
fear
and I
too.
feel you.
Yeah, like that's my biggest
ahead.
fear. No, seriously, that's my biggest fear. But I've been poor before, so
Me
it's
too.
not like. I think okay, like poor. I feel like Haiti poor and like poor. Like I'm talking about like having to go and get water from my neighbor's house to wash myself poor. Like I've been there before. I was happy then, so I feel like
Living your best life.
yeah, like
You got some water.
yeah, like I'm good with that. Like
No cap, some of the best times of my life was when I was broke. I swear I
Yeah.
can't make this up. So I
College was fun.
But I feel like my biggest fear, like that, like I'm scared of, is not having children.
Oh my God, that's what my fear is too. Like, can I have kids?
Ooh, I think it will hurt me
at my
differently.
Well,
I've been trying to put in my head, like,
Like,
just
it's
in
gonna
case
happen.
I
It's
can't
gonna
have
be-
it, like, to set myself.
It's so
I'm not so
hard.
heartbroken.
Yeah.
Don't think like that. I mean, the good thing is like we're in 2023. Like there's technology now. You know what I'm saying? If you want, you could get like a surrogate or freeze surrogate or freeze your egg.
Yeah,
I'm just saying you have options. You know, don't even put that
true.
out there. But I'm glad today y'all
there
do
are
have
options if
options.
those-
You
Yeah.
know.
These fears are really
But yeah, that's kind of crazy though.
Yeah, that's my biggest
That was crazier
fear.
than mine.
That's my fear for sure.
my fear. Honestly, I mean, this is kind of cliche, but I think it's the truth. My biggest fear in life is like to fail. I feel like it's so much riding on my success. Like I feel like from family to like friends, just like the people. I feel like, and I say this humbly, but I feel like there's a lot of people that look up to me. I feel like I come from a place where it's like what I'm doing is unreal. And even though some days I feel like I'm not doing enough, like it be people from back home like,
You doing your stuff.
you
Yeah.
and I just be like,
I gotta keep going.
I think that
Good.
pressure though sometimes it just like puts me in a space like if I feel like I'm not delivering or I'm not like meeting the last expectation that I hit or passing that last mark, then I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I'm doing them a disservice. And that's a real tough pill to swallow. So I think failure is subjective. You know, it looks different for everybody. I know what it looks like for me, and I pray that, like, I just never fail and I never be in a place where everybody feel disappointed or I let everybody down, because I'm carrying the city on my back. I'm carrying my whole family, everything with me. I'm with Nika. Like, I done been in some tough spots. I done been through some stuff, but, like, I think pushing it, I'm sorry, Nika and Ashley. It's a tough spot.
What about me? I've been struggling.
Yeah, and it's just I just feel like I don't want to feel like I want to make sure I keep the momentum and keep everybody who like looking up to me. Like, I want to make sure I make them proud.
That's
gotta give yourself some
my
grace.
Same thing. Like, I be telling my therapist, she be like, you can't
you
like
have
depend.
therapist.
Of course, like, you can't depend on everybody. You can't live for everybody else, because that's what she said. It kind of it leans to. It's like you're trying to like live for everybody, but it's like they depend on you. Like, when you've always been like the person who's like, honor roll, all these awards, doing this, is like, you gotta keep it going. And it's like a hard work. It's hard work. It's like, I want to do it, like, ooh, I'm the one, but it's like, it's
you
a
can't
hard
fail.
Yeah, it's a
work.
lot.
I feel like any mess up, any like, if I don't reach no type of goal, it's like, dang, it's like, dang, she ain't did it. Like, I ain't did it. You know what I'm saying?
I know
So,
they say to whom much is given, much is required, and I
Mm-hmm.
think with this great level of like accolades we've achieved, all the things that we've touched in our lives, like, it comes with that pressure and that responsibility to deliver, and I think we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it. We're good.
For sure.
And we have,
for sure.
and you guys have to think, we're still young. Like,
We're
we
so
have
young.
time.
We're
We
so
need
young.
to
I'm 30.
practice more.
No, you're not.
Child.
Please.
I'm almost 30. I'm gonna be 29.
We
Young.
trying to keep it real.
I'm gonna be 29 in December. I'm 30.
Because you have people that wants to be in your position.
Get out the street. You touch your 30.
Hey, that's why I be at home in
I
the
hate
house.
y'all.
'Cause I can't be with the kids outside.
But we have people that are way older than us that would love to be in a position at work.
I agree.
No, I literally read a book today. The book that you gave me, you gave me a book a long time ago. You probably didn't give it to me.
She like, I read.
Yeah, the lady was like, she didn't get into real estate until like her mid-30s, and now she's like super.
I be thinking
successful.
about, when I think about that, I think about Taraji. She always talks about how she didn't start acting
Yes.
until like her 30s and 40s, and she's super successful.
And Oprah.
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 Yeah.
Oprah got fired.
Shout out to Oprah.
Oprah.
Okay, anyway, we're dragging it.
So, yeah.
No, Oprah did get fired.
Wrap it up. But overall, we scared to fail. We not gonna fail. Period.
Yeah, we're
Good vibes
not.
Only.
And give
Period.
yourself
Peaks
grace.
only.
Give us all grace. Thank y'all for
Peaks only,
tuning in.
peaks only.
Peaks only. Tune in every week to hear our peaks of the week and some more gems on gems on gems. We appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Love y'all so much. You know what to do. Like, follow, subscribe. Until next week.
Listen,
Bye.